I feel like everybody playing with like a sense of urgency. We know like we gotta do whatever we need to do to win this game. Like whatever we need to do, we gotta win, and that's how it's gonna be in the tournament, you know. And that's what we was figuring out. You know, we was like in the beginning of the season, we went through a lot of adversity that we didn't know how to handle, and now, like I'm glad that we went through that in the beginning because it made us a team, the people, the players. Like we all strong-minded now. So I mean, it's just like it feel like March now.
Joining me tonight to talk about those cardiac cats is UC color analyst and Cincinnati basketball Hall of Famer Terry Nelson. Terry, what's up? How you doing?
I got my blood pressure back down to normal levels. I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah, so how fortunate are the Bearcats to come away with that win last night?
Well, they put themselves in positions to do incredible things. So they start out slow. They've been starting out slow, but then it's just their ability to scratch and claw and fight and do all the things necessary to come back and win games. It's like they go into this laser focus, and they really resemble their coach at that point because John is a laser focused coach. You can't distract him for what he doesn't want to do. And the Bearcats, once they lock into that mode, they're able to withstand flurries, they're climb back from deep deficits, and then put on amazing shows.
Sounds like the essence of a cat, just scratching, clawing.
Remember the old Bearcats used to have those little scratch marks, those little claw marks we had on we need to bring some of that back. I think that was Adidas though, so we Under Armour.
Oh yeah, we can't do that. Can't be switching it up like that. So what does it say about Trey Scott? He admittedly said that he didn't have a good game. He had a bad game. But what does it say about his character and his resilience to be able to grit back and get that game-winning putback like that?
Yeah, I asked John, I said, post-game, I said, what did you say to Trey after the game, after you went through the line and all that stuff? He said that it wasn't his best game. Defensively, he was all over the place. He gave up putbacks. He let guys score on him. But just in typical Trey fashion, the work that he puts in, he came in as a rebounder and a defender and a hustle energy guy. And by the time he finished his career, he's a Player of the Year candidate, Defensive Player of the Year candidate as well. And then he gets an offensive rebound. The same thing that got him playing time early is the same thing that won and cemented his legacy in Cincinnati history.
That's awesome. I like you love to see it, as the kids say on Twitter.
He's an awesome personality. He's an awesome guy. He knows how to treat children. He knows how to treat people. He makes sure that when he talks to you, he looks you in the eye and shakes your hand. You just don't get that in today's, everybody want to give you dap and turn their head and all that stuff. But he's a guy that he's been well-schooled. He's well-mannered. His mother and father and Anita, the coach mom, and him really instilled some hardcore values in him.
That's awesome. But, a lot of media people in Cincinnati can't say any more good things about him. So it's cool to hear that from you. It just confirms what everybody else is saying. So let's switch gears to Jaron Cumberland. He's not 100%. Missed the last game in South Florida. They won without him.
Yeah.
He grits out a team-high 20 points in that performance. What does it say about his character that he was able to come out there and grit out that performance last night?
True warrior. I mean, you talk about a guy who's limping around. He doesn't put pressure on his left heel. Everything is on his toe. But when he gets the game and the ball is in his hand, he looks like he's got those infinity stones from, he's like, once the ball's in his hand, he's got energy.
Yeah.
He can attack the basket. He can shoot shots. The floater, that game is going on. But his ability to read and react and know what he can and cannot do. He's not going to tell you, the opponent, what he can do.
Right.
But he'll limit himself to doing what he can. He doesn't finish as well going left, jumping off that left leg floaters, but he spins back, gets to where he needs to go, and makes the shot going right. He's an elite finisher going right.
All right, we talk about Jaron. Let's talk about Mamadou.
Yeah.
He stepped up. That was a big-time performance from him, almost like a coming out party, if you will. Do you expect these type of performances from him moving forward, and how much did he grow up in that performance last night?
Well, it was the same way in South Florida. He helped win that game. He came in off the bench, had 8.7 rebounds, a couple block shots, really changed the momentum when the Cats go with this smaller, quicker lineup. Chris Vogt steps out. You bring in Mamadou. You bring in whether it be Chris McNeil or Javen Cumberland in that off-guard position where, when Javen is your knockdown player, Mamadou is your rim protector. He's able to screen and hedge, get back and read ball screens, recover, go for a block shot. I just wish he wouldn't jump every time somebody looks in the air. Him and Trey Scott, when the guy pump fake looked in the air, if he was looking at the scoreboard, guys are already in the air waiting and hanging. But defensively, he gives the Bearcats just an added dimension that they haven't had in a long time.
Yeah, so we talked about it. Scott, Cumberland, they go legend in their last games at Fifth Third Arena.
Yeah.
But will this week be their last playing basketball this season? What do you see for them? What do you think their chances are to make the tournament? And do you see them maybe repeating in the AAC like they did last year?
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's literally on the heels of Cumberland. He's a guy that we're going to have to see how coach and the staff manages Jaren. Does he play the first game? Possible against UCF or South Florida. Does he play that game or does he sit and rest? How much will he have going 3 consecutive games, considering the fact that they have to win those first 2? But if they only win 1 or 2 and they rest and wait for that call, that's something, the league champion, the conference tournament champion doesn't always advance in the NCAA tournament. The ones that go and get rest and that can have a full go going into the tournament, it's great. I don't know if they have the leeway to do that. I think they have to win at least 2 games because all the bubble teams, although they have lost, they also have conference tournaments to play in, which can help their seeding.
All right, well, let's talk about that other crosstown school that you don't like. The Musketeers lost a heartbreaker last night to Butler at the Cintas Center. It could prove costly for their tournament hopes. That's now back-to-back losses to close out the regular season. X is a 7 seed going into the Big East tournament, drawing DePaul Wednesday, who they've beat twice already this season. ESPN's bracketologist Joe Lunardi dropped Xavier to one of the first 4 teams out, Terry likes to hear that, of the tournament field after last night's loss. But the team is looking forward to making a run this week.
Everybody, all the media and everybody out there had buried us earlier this year and said, hey, we were, kind of crapping on our team. And we stuck together and we kind of reappeared. And we have an opportunity. We got to do that again. We got to do that again here. And we're going to see how unbreakable we are.